The most money I've ever had at once, as far as one paycheck.
One paycheck, yeah.
26 million, maybe. Something like that.
What it feel like?
Like 26 million. 8-figure checks feel like the devil could potentially pull you under.
Hey, King. Them boys real white, King.
Oh, thank you.
Well, the truth of the matter is.
Okay, tell. All right, tell.
Man, Jada ain't got over Toothbox Shakur.
Oh, my God.
She was in that movie with Queen Latifah.
Man, now y'all going too far.
It's all right.
Old Titty Boy 2 Chainz.
King, my bad.
Nah, it's all right.
I was trying to give a compliment.
KW rubbing his nipples. It's all right. GOAT reasons you've gone viral. I graduated. That's the only good thing they posted of me going viral.
The best one for me is King Latifah.
Teeth Keith.
I ain't never get my t-shirts made. T-shirts.
Well, to tell you the truth,
GOAT reasons you've gone viral. I graduated. That's the only good thing they posted of me going viral.
The best one for me is King Latifah.
Teeth Keith.
I ain't never get my t-shirts made. T-shirts.
Well, to tell you the truth,
What is the favorite song you wrote?
man, they're like children to me. I would have to say the one that still kind of it grabs me to this day are the ones it would be Still Ain't Forgave Myself, I Still Love You, and Live in the Sky.
Did T, I really give up on his own son? Or was he trying to save him in the only way he knew how? Because what started as a simple arrest turned into something way bigger. Public warnings, viral arguments, family secrets spilling onto the internet, and a moment so intense. It left millions of people questioning everything they thought they knew about this family. And just when it looked like things couldn't get any worse, something changed. But to understand how it got there, you have to go back to where it all began. It didn't look like a big deal at first. In September 2022, King Harris was pulled over and arrested for something minor. Not wearing a seatbelt, the kind of thing most people brush off and forget the next day. But King didn't treat it like a warning. He laughed. Posted online, smiling, celebrating, acting like it was nothing. The King is back. That moment didn't sit right with people, not the fans, and definitely not his father. Because instead of defending his son, I went live and said something that shocked everyone. He didn't sugarcoat it. He didn't protect him. He said straight up, if King kept going down this path, he was going to end up in prison. And there was nothing anyone could do to stop it. Not even him. That wasn't anger talking. That was experience. But what made it hit even harder was what came next. I wasn't guessing. He had lived it. The arrests, the charges, the time behind bars, the mistakes that follow you long after you think they're over. So when he looked at his son, he didn't just see bad behavior. He saw a familiar path. I know that energy. I was that energy. That line changed everything. Because now it wasn't just a father criticizing his son. It was a warning from someone who had already paid the price. And maybe the most painful part? He admitted he had already tried everything. The punishments, the talks, the discipline. Nothing worked. At that point, he believed life itself was the only teacher left. And that's when the internet split in two. Some people said he was being real. Others said a father should never talk like that publicly. But none of that mattered. Because behind the scenes, things were getting worse. November 2023. What should have been a celebration turned into chaos. Ty had just performed at an Atlanta Falcons game. A huge moment. A proud moment. But inside a suite at that stadium, everything went left. It started with a conversation, then turned into an argument, and then it exploded. I challenged his son's image, basically asking him, How could you claim that lifestyle when you never struggled like that? Have you ever woken up with roaches on your face? King didn't back down, not even a little. He pushed back. Hard. Denied everything. Claimed he wasn't raised the way people think. And then things got personal. Tiny stepped in and said something that hit a nerve. Something about his childhood that embarrassed him in front of everyone watching. That was it. King snapped. You could hear it in his voice. The frustration, the anger, the pressure building up, and then it turned physical. I grabbed him, put him in a headlock, tried to control the situation, but the damage was already done because the whole thing was live and millions of people were watching a family fall apart in real time. But what people didn't realize, this didn't start that night. Long before that argument, King had already built a reputation, and not the kind his father wanted. There was the Waffle House incident. A simple food order turned into a full-blown confrontation. Shouting, threats, climbing over counters, all over pickles. That clip went everywhere, and the reaction? Brutal. People weren't just criticizing his behavior, they were questioning who he was trying to be, because to the public, it didn't add up. A kid raised in wealth, in gated communities, with access to everything, trying to present himself like he came from the struggle. And that disconnect became the narrative. Over and over again. School fights, viral clips, aggressive moments, each one stacking up. And even his own mother admitted he was different from the others. A good kid, but always in trouble. And while she defended him, the internet wasn't as forgiving because now it wasn't just behavior, it was identity. And that kind of pressure only makes things worse. Then came 2024, and suddenly, this wasn't just viral moments anymore. This was serious. King was pulled over again. This time, it escalated. Authorities reported risky driving, suspicious activity, and when they checked his record, there was already a warrant out for him. Now it wasn't speculation, it wasn't opinions, it was real consequences. Everything T.I. warned about was starting to happen. One headline at a time. And just when it looked like things were spiraling out of control, another situation pulled him even deeper into the spotlight. The tension didn't stay inside the family. It spilled into the industry. When T.I.'s feud with 50 Cent reignited, it brought King right into the middle of it. At first, it was just back and forth. Then 50 posted something about Tiny. And that's when everything escalated. King jumped in, and he didn't hold back. What he said crossed a line that even his own father couldn't defend. It went from defending his family to pure disrespect. And when T.I. saw it, he shut it down immediately. That's enough. For the first time, you could see it clearly. The conflict inside him. A father proud that his son was standing up for his family, but disappointed in how far he took it. That moment showed something deeper. This wasn't just rebellion anymore. This was a young man struggling to control himself in the spotlight. And that's when something unexpected happened. After years of chaos, something shifted. Quietly at first, then publicly. King started speaking differently about his father. Not with anger, but with understanding. He admitted they were finally seeing eye to eye. And T.I., he softened too. The tone changed. Not overnight, but enough for people to notice. The same father who once spoke with frustration, now spoke with pride. Not disappointment, not anger. Pride. And that shift, it said more than any apology ever could. They started showing up together more, not arguing, not clashing, just existing in the same space. On stage, on live streams, even joking with each other. Moments that felt real, natural, like something had finally clicked between them. For the first time in a long time, it didn't feel like a battle. And then came the biggest change of all. King became a father himself. And suddenly, everything started to make sense. Because it's easy to ignore advice when you've never lived the responsibility. It's easy to push back when you don't fully understand the weight of consequences. But the moment you're responsible for someone else, everything hits different. The pressure, the fear, the need to protect. That's when the lessons stop sounding like lectures and start feeling real. Because sometimes the lessons you ignore don't hit until life puts you in the same position. So no, T.I. didn't give up on his son. He did something much harder. He told the truth. Even when it made him look like the villain, even when the internet judged him for it, even when his own words were taken the wrong way. Because he knew where that road leads. And more importantly, he knew exactly how hard it is to come back from it. He had already been there. The arrests, the mistakes, the consequences. He wasn't predicting his son's future. He was trying to prevent it. And maybe that's what this whole story was really about. Not conflict, not drama, not even controversy, but a father watching his son walk toward the same cliff and doing everything he could to make sure he turned around in time. And now the real question is, did he? Or is this just the beginning of a completely different story? Because sometimes the biggest battles don't happen in public. They happen in quiet moments, in conversations no one hears, in choices no one sees until it's too late, or just in time. And maybe that's what makes this story so real. Not the headlines, not the viral clips, but the fact that behind all of it, it's just a father and a son trying to figure it out. So what do you think? Has King really changed? Or is this just a pause before the next chapter? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm curious to see where you stand on this. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because stories like this, they're far from over.